Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be upon you. This is a video entitled Do a Good Deed, and inshallah it's a campaign that I'm starting today, and this is how it's going to go here. First of all, we all talk about, alhamdulillah, like by the will of God, about our faiths, and we try to learn from each other. There's some debates going on and some things here on YouTube, and alhamdulillah, I have a lot of respect for everyone on YouTube, and except for the ones who don't know what good manners means. But we all talk about our faiths. We all give the message from each other, and we talk about how good our faiths are, and how good Islam is, how good Christianity is, how good this, how good that. So how about now we put our faiths into application? Sure, we all have the same thing in common, that we should do good deeds. Anyway, Islam teaches that if you believe it's not enough, you also have to act upon the belief. You have to do good deeds. So every time in the Quran you always see the verses in the Quran when it talks about إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, those who believe and do good deeds. Always the two are coupled together. So obviously if you just believe, it's not really enough, because you're just believing and you're sitting at home doing nothing. But the essence of belief is that you should act upon this belief. Obviously you give the message to people and this, that, but you should always, part of belief is that you do good deeds. The Prophet ﷺ said that the best among people is the ones who is the most beneficial to mankind, right, to humanity. So we should do good deeds. I think it was James who said that in the New Testament, that faith without works is like a body without soul, right? So faith without works is dead. So I think there's a commonality there. I think we all agree that a reflection of our faith and our internal love for God that we always just talk about should be an action of a good thing. So here's what I want to do, and what I want everyone to do. Inshallah, let's renew our intentions and do it for the sake of God, because really what Islam teaches is that, for example, if you do a good deed just for a simple matter of fact of satisfying your desire of mercy, or you just want to do something, you're still being selfish, because you're just trying to get rid of that. Like, let's say you see someone who's poor and you just want to give them something because you feel mercy for them, like your heart is like, not necessarily mercy, but like you feel bad, right? And Islam even goes to that extent that God tries to tell us to polish our intentions to the fact that even that we do it for the sake of God, so that our intention is pure. It's not to satisfy that that feeling of bad for that person. So let's renew our intentions, inshallah, by the will of God. Christian, Jews, Muslims, whoever out there, no matter what you are, let's do a good deed. This week will be Do a Good Deed campaign. So here's what I want you to do. Any action, anything that you can do. Tell your mom you love her, give her a call. Tell your wife, your kids you love them, help them, give them a present, a gift. Feed someone who needs some food. Tell someone you love them. Remove something harmful from the pathway or on the street. If you find something, there's cars cannot pass, remove it. Stop with your car and remove it. Stop something bad from happening. Speak against some injustice. There's so many things that we can list here, and it's very important that we do that. Really go donate something, give some charity, start some kind of relief fund. Do whatever really lies into your heart and in your mind when you see. It depends on the situation. Try not to lie, try not to cheat someone, try not to steal, try not to even doing a good deed, even it counts for stopping a bad one. So anything that you find at the situation, at time and point that you can do, even as small as picking something, a paper from the ground and not littering, and not, do it. Okay, so let's do this. Let's I think we should all get excited and pumped up. We're doing some good, and Islam also teaches us that you know, if you do a good deed, will wipe out you know, bad deeds. So there's a story of many stories. The story of the prostitute who you know, who fed he was a cat or something, who was, you know, thirsty, or a dog, and you know, her sins were wiped out just because of doing that, because she had that compassion in her heart, and you know, that sincere intention for, you know, doing it for the sake of God. And also the story of a person who was walking and he saw just a tree branch, you know, staying in the path of the people could get hit in it, and you know, he just kind of bent it and put it on the side. I mean, he didn't break or anything, he just put it on the side, so it kind of moved out of the people's ways, and his sins were forgiven just because of that little deed, right? Of course, this is out of God's mercy, and always remember, you know, that it's really goodness that we have to you know, show, and not just talk about things. We also have to implement things. So that's what I want you to do, inshallah. If you're willing, post a reply or anything like that. Do a good deed. This is a do a good deed campaign. Spread it throughout. Let's spread it throughout the world. Let's not even just, you know, sometimes I get, you know, there's some videos just 10 hits, you know, 15 hits, 20 hits. I want this video to be thousands of hits. I want people all over the place to go and, you know, do this, inshallah. Okay, so jazakumullah khair, and do a good deed. Peace.